Is that what
All
you
right.
said? Hi. No,
Here's the
okay.
crowd.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? All right, cool. Here you go. All right. Think back to the last time you passed by a construction site that was in the process of building a new restaurant, office building, or even a store in place of what was once a wide-ranging forest. As a child, I grew up in an area with an even amount of forestry and man-made developments. However, as the years continued to go by, all I noticed was the immense decrease of trees surrounding me. Deforestation is a very pivotal environmental issue that is undervalued by our culture. Yet, most people do enjoy a new shopping center or hotel, but do these people understand how much of an issue the clearing of forests is causing? Does society understand the impact of cutting down an entire forest for yet another man-made site? In order to change our culture's overlooked viewpoint of deforestation, we must inform all of society on the background information and impacts of this environmental issue. While furthering the discussion of deforestation, one may begin to wonder how this recurring issue is caused. The essential explanations for this environmental problem can be very complex, and there is not just one reason for its occurrence. Several factors that result in the continuous loss of trees around the world include population pressure, commercial agriculture, and commercial lodging. One of the leading underlying causes is population pressure. The population is constantly increasing, and as it increases, the amount of land to support these people must also expand. This is a very easy concept to understand. For example, this explains the reasoning for the change in my surroundings that I noticed when I began to grow older. As the population begins to increase, the necessary needs for homes, restaurants, and more office buildings were high in demand in order to support these people. Commercial agriculture, which includes the raising of cattle and crops, is another major cause of deforestation. For most part, the land is put aside for the production of crops, which is sold later. What makes commercial agriculture even worse is the fact that the property can eventually become unusable. This is because the land tends to get most of its nutrients from decomposing matter and living plants. However, when the forests are cleared, this leads to a loss in its nutrients, resulting in land which will be infertile, even if you use fertilizer. Also, it is stated that cleared rainforest is suitable for cattle grazing for a period of 6 to 10 years. Therefore, the land reverts to scrub savanna. Does 6 to 10 years of grazing sound like a practical reason to cut down an entire forest? Commercial lodging, or clearing the land for the purpose of selling this timber, is a long-known cause of deforestation. There has been an increase in demand for wood products over the years, which causes an increase in deforestation. Due to the high demand for forest products, at the many times the lodging can be done faster than it can be sustained. For example, in many areas in Malaysia, the commercial lodging process takes place at twice the sustainable rate. Diamond. Although in many areas they have demanded the deforestation after commercial lodging, the land is not used as the same. According to Thalman, a report sensing survey conducted by the United Nations in 2010 and the FAO revealed that the average rate of the world deforestation was around 14.5 million hectares per year between 1990 and 2005. Just by seeing this statistic, one can infer that the clearing of the trees is definitely a bigger issue than we make it out to be. Every year, an immense amount of forest land is lost for various reasons. Unlike earlier times where most of the deforestation occurred in areas such as the Middle East, Europe, and North Africa, today the issue is most prevalent in the tropics. For example, in the 1980s, the countries of Rwanda and Burundi took action on the issue of deforestation by using police to monitor their forests. Rudell 162. The other countries who do not take action still face a high rate of deforestation. South and Southeast Asia have the most accessible rainforests of the three, because a high proportion of the continent's rainforests are located in Indonesian and coastal zones, Rudell 163. In addition to this, Asia is one of the most densely populated areas on Earth, thus being a reason for its high area of deforestation. Portraying the seriousness of this environmental issue, Patricia Poore states, at the current rate of deforestation, virtually all the tropic rainforest will be gone partially through next century. Since the United States already encountered the issue of deforestation around the 1920s, they have gone through a regrowth period of trees, which varies from its original makeup. Today, about one half of the area of forests that once covered the earth are now gone, and about 22% of the world's original forests are remaining poor. These areas that contain most of these intact forests include the boreal forests of Russia, the Canadian and Alaska boreal forests, and the tropical forests of the northwestern Amazon. As we continue to lose great amounts of forest land, one should begin to realize it's necessary. Trees provide a variety of wood supplies which could be used as furniture, cooking utensils, and numerous other products. Syrup, oils, fibers, bark, and so many other non-wood products are developed by the use of the endangered land. While having a good background on the issue can help to inform our society, understanding its impacts would enable us to better support. As the topic of deforestation arises, society tends to relate this issue as a negative concept. However, do we realize the significance of the impact this environmental issue truly has on our atmosphere? Two of the many effects of deforestation include a decrease in supply of timber and a reduction in diversity of species. A reduction in the supply of timber is an obvious yet serious effect that logging has. As noted earlier, the population continues to increase and the demand for timber also does. When our population continues to rise, more arable land is needed in order to account for every individual. This results in the cutting down of forests to build man-made sites, reducing the supply of timber and the product in high demand. The replanting of forests is definitely a tactic which is greatly used and possibly sustainable yield. However, when the process of replanting does not occur, erosion and succession silting of streams are negative effects that can take place. The reduction in diversity of species is a serious issue caused from deforestation. What society does not think about before cutting down entire forests is that the mass amount of trees and land makeup are native to many species. When we cut down these trees, the species are forced to find another place to call home. Many animals and birds must migrate to other areas, and they do not tend to return back to the forest. According to the Rainforest Foundation in the U.S., less than 7% of Earth's surface that is covered by tropical rainforests is home to at least half of Earth's species of animals, plants, and other organisms. Due to this issue, several unrecorded species have been destroyed before even being able to be added to the catalog of introduced classes of species. A continuation of the loss of habitats for these organisms can and will eventually result to a loss in many species that are important aspects to our society. Looking back a few years, I now wish that I was educated earlier on this. As I would pass a newly built building, such as a mall, that used to be a wide-range forest, I did not understand its impact on society. The problem with this was that I was not just a young girl who did not understand the concept. I was a young girl surrounded by an immense population who did not make deforestation a priority to educate in our society. However, as this continues to affect aspects of the world, such as timber supplies and species diversity, we must make this issue unoverlooked. Making an effort to change society's views on this issue is only half the work to diminishing the undervalued environmental problem of deforestation. Alright, I'm done. So, thanks, appreciate it. Thanks guys. Thanks.